Mine.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Pickled Okra.
How are you?
I'm. Oh, I never say that. Why did I say that? I
I don't
always say,
know.
"Hi, Jolene. I'm sorry that you can see my laundry beside me."
Oh, I couldn't see it, but that's okay. It was covered up by my camera picture in the corner.
Okay. Oh
It's
my
okay.
goodness. You can see my sheets for the spare bedroom.
You're in the spare bedroom?
No, I'm in my bedroom,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's
but
not the spare bedroom. I'm like,
no,
"Oh, you
this
painted
is
it
not.
white. What
This
happened?"
is. It's not white. It's
Well,
like
okay.
sage green.
On the camera, it looks white.
It's an asparagus kind of color.
If that's asparagus, I have gone colorblind.
I know. That's what they call it, though. They always give those paint colors like just a stupid name.
I'm
That's
like,
not.
it's not the color of asparagus, unless asparagus has a flower that's that color.
I don't know why they do that.
I don't know. Hold on. I need a
But
drink. I need a drink of water. Hold on. You can talk while I do that. I drink
okay,
water
why do you need a drink of water?
because I need to wash down that jelly bean. Do you know what kind of jelly bean it is? Okay, I
I
have to
can't
show you this.
imagine what kind of jelly bean you were eating.
Take a guess.
I
Take
don't
a
buttered popcorn.
No, it wasn't it wasn't Jelly Belly.
Oh, it's not
Okay,
Jelly
look at
Belly. Okay, hold on. Let me guess then. Nerds jelly beans?
yeah, they have nerds like they're covered in nerds.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Oh, it's very they're strange. I don't know. It's jelly beans covered in a nerdalicious shell. Bump-
Nerdalicious.
That's what it says. Nerds bumpy jelly beans.
Bumpy.
Yeah. They're weird. They're the weirdest thing ever. Well, maybe not the weirdest thing ever, but the weirdest candy I've had in a long time. I'll tell you
You
what's the
know,
weirdest thing ever. A guy who leaves a snake in his bed.
okay, so you got the link that I sent you.
That's like the weirdest thing. That's the weirdest thing. Who leaves a snake in their bed?
No,
A poisonous.
who puts it in a pillowcase and decides that like it living in your bed is the thing to do?
Like honestly, I'm not going to put a non-poisonous snake in my bed. There's no way, there's no chance that I am willingly going to put a poisonous whatever, water something. What was it? What kind of snake was
Water
it?
moccasin.
Yeah, water moccasin.
The cottonmouth, right? It's the same
Who's
thing.
who?
Cottonmouth.
I'm not an expert on snakes. All I know is it's poisonous.
Where's Misty? She knows snakes.
And that boy is clearly a teenager because teenagers make stupid decisions like that. Sorry, teenagers, but that's a teenager decision.
So this happened down in Florida. A kid caught a snake and decided
Did,
to put it into a pillowcase.
did he know it was poisonous? Maybe we.
What I think needs to be addressed, maybe it has in a later article, but the first one I don't think indicated this. But you know, that snake handling thing seems to have caught on again.
Like the religious, like, can I
Yeah.
handle a snake and see?
Hmm.
Like we're talking, what was that? Season 4 of Justified? Season 3?
I
I
had
don't know.
forgotten about that. You know, whenever I was in third grade, the boy that I had a crush on, I won't say his name, but anyway, he um he asked me if I told him where I went to church, and he said, "That's one of those snake handling churches, isn't it?" And I'd never heard of a snake handling church, and I'd
What?
certainly never seen one like a snake in my
Handle
church.
at your church.
Right. And so no, I didn't go to a snake handling church, but he was of a certain denomination, and whenever he found out that I was from another denomination, well, like his denomination thinks that everybody else is going to hell. And
Mm-hmm.
so then I knew it would never happen.
Hmm.
But I kept the
Huh.
faith for many years that it might.
About snake handlers?
No, not about snake handlers, but that I might eventually grow up and marry this boy.
Oh. Hmm.
I don't know. I,
Do you
yeah.
think would you put a snake in a pillowcase in your bed
No,
and sleep with it? Like
no,
that's just weird.
no.
And like I don't know. Maybe it is a snake handling situation, but
No, sorry, my phone's on.
it's okay.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a very strange
Oh,
story.
Misty's watching us.
Is she watching this
I
live?
made this a public one.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi.
I gotta turn this thing off. Okay. So,
Did she correct us on the snakes?
I don't know. Misty, you're gonna have to let us know about these poisonous snakes.
I don't
A
know.
water moccasin is a cottonmouth, correct? I think so.
Can she like join in and
Or is it
send
a
us
copperhead?
messages?
I get them so. No, a copperhead's a rattlesnake, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What's the one that dances in India to the music?
I think that's you. Do you remember that? Do you remember that when we were in the hotel in Arkansas and you were so mesmerized by that snake video?
Do you remember that? That's right. That's right. I remember that. Was it Arkansas or was that?
No, it was Arkansas because it was after the Mexican restaurant. I remember.
Okay. I'm surprised you remember that.
Shh, shut up. Okay.
That was some good Mexican food.
It was like I was in like a Mexican food coma after that. Okay. So I was gonna say though, because we were talking about the paint color.
Yeah. Oh.
I would love to have that job of naming paint colors and nail polish and makeup. I know, but I want that job. I want that job. Like my makeup palettes that have all those saucy names. I want to be the person who comes up with those.
Mm-hmm. So who has a new line of things coming out that they need?
I just want to know how you get that job. I'll apply for it.
It's got to be some kind of, I would think, marketing job, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about makeup or nail polish or very little about paint and the whole naming business.
You know what color I have my toenails right now? I'm sorry. I walk around barefoot, and so if my feet look dirty, they're not dirty. You know?
They're just
the feet of someone who
walks
around the barefoot lifestyle.
It's okay.
Can I show you my toes?
I don't know. Can you bend that way?
Can I bend that way?
No,
I'm
I don't
kind of a contortionist. Let's see.
No, not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Should I get up and like show them to the camera?
Is anybody watching it?
There are 2 people watching this right now. So,
is it Brian and Misty?
I don't know who it is. I'm not gonna do it. No, I don't want to do that. That seems a little weird.
You're gonna complain about your hips.
Oh, my hip hurts so bad.
Yeah, so probably shouldn't.
Oh my goodness.
I love that Sooner sweatshirt you've got on.
Thank you. It's my hoodie. It's a zippy up one. I asked for a zippy up one at Christmas this year, and so I got.
Nice. I like it with the Sooners on the sleeve there.
Sooners.
There's a kid at school who's going to Alabama.
Ugh.
I know. I was like, why? I'm like, you're going out of state and you picked Alabama? He's like, yeah.
Oh, no offense. That's where Brian lives.
It's okay.
Okay.
We can still like people who live in Alabama.
Some. He's an import anyway. He and his family moved there. So.
Did you see his dog? Did you see his Instagram? Our dogs are like
pictures of his dog. Okay, we're talking about. This is weird. We're talking about Brian, and
who's one of our followers.
Yes, and he and his wife Laura have a cute little dog.
It's so cute.
Okay,
and it's kind of twins with my dog.
Is it?
He kind of is. They're not the same kind of dog, but they're like little and black and brown and sort of graying. Well, mine's graying. I don't know if his is graying. But they're kind of cute. They look kind of similar.
Misty did correct us. I knew this. I forgot. It's not a poisonous snake. It's a venomous snake.
Okay, yes.
And then she signed off. She's going to go get dinner. So Misty's not listening to us right now.
Okay. All right. I was going to find this picture of the dog and show it. Will that work?
I don't know.
Let's turn this light on.
Probably not very well if you're going on your phone.
Oh, okay. Can I show you a picture?
I can't stop you.
Can you see
No.
that?
No. Say something again. Say something. So we'll go back to your camera.
Can you see that? Can you see?
Yeah, who is that?
That's Tyler. I probably shouldn't.
Oh, that's your nephew.
I know my sister's going to be like, oh, you just broadcast that.
You just showed my kid on TV. Let's talk about babies.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh
The
my
royal
God.
baby, the princess was born today.
What do you think they're going to name her? Oh my
I think they're
goodness.
going to name her Charlotte, Elizabeth, Frances. I'll lock that one in as my guess. You guess yours. Guess now. Guess now. Off the top of your head.
Okay. Okay, hold on. You just took my name.
Damn
Anne, Charlotte, Elizabeth.
Okay. So we have one name difference. Okay, we will give the first name 3 points, second name 2 points, and the third name 1 point. So whichever ones we get right, we'll see who wins. And then
we're gonna have to re-listen to this. Re-listen. Is that a word? I don't think so. I'm writing mine down though.
Okay.
I mean, I would think you would have to have Elizabeth in there.
Dang, it's going to be Victoria, and I didn't say it. It's going to be something with Victoria in it. I just
think
know
so?
it. I don't. Well, maybe.
I don't know. I was actually thinking Charlotte. I was thinking Charlotte would, but Anne is also a very. I don't know.
Well,
but I
and
don't
then
think Elizabeth has to be in there.
Like the last time there was a princess of Cambridge, it was Adelaide, and so some people are saying, and that was like 100 and some odd years. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
So people think that they may do that as a tribute to her, but then like, there's no way it'll be. I don't think Diana will be in there anyway.
No, I don't think so.
But I think that they could use her middle name, which is Frances.
Oh. I don't think that they would do Diana's first name, to be honest. I think they're going to go more traditional, queen names. I don't know.
See, I'm hoping that they don't pick my name because I'm saving my name. I mean, not my name specifically, but I have a name for my own daughter that I'm saving, and it's a good like queen name, so that if she wants to marry George, she can. I'm not going to stop her.
Okay.
I mean, I will let her if she wants to.
Oh, get this. Speaking of, and we can come back to the baby thing in a minute, but I have a friend now in Nottingham who has invited me whenever I want to come and visit.
Hot dog, can I come with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
You saw how I can bend. I can get in your suitcase.
Yeah. In Nottingham. Isn't that crazy?
My family's from there. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I know, but that would be cool. Like, I mean, that would give us a reason to go there. Okay, so we'll come back to that. Baby names and the new princess.
Speaking of babies, though, do you know what I have right beside me? Have I ever talked about this on the podcast?
The babies?
No.
The baby dolls?
No, we've talked about the baby dolls.
Okay, that's I wasn't sure.
I should have brought them in here for this. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know, because you could have like baby George.
I could have had like tiny tiaras on them. You know, they're both like girls. They're Jessica and Jessie. I don't know why. Okay, no, beside me. You know I have a baby blanket, right? Right?
Yes. You weren't forced to throw your baby blanket out when you were 10 years old.
Oh no.
It's very traumatizing.
I would have ran away from home if my mom had taken my blanket away. But then I wouldn't have had anything to run away from home with, because every time I tried to run away from home, I tied up my blanket on a toy broom like a hobo and camped out in the hallway and called that running away from home.
I remember looking at the garbage can and then putting it in the garbage can.
Do you see this?
Yes. Is the baby blanket?
This is my raggedy blanket. This is the worst thing ever. I can't believe I put her on. I called this TV. It's not TV. It's not TV.
No, this is not TV.
But this is my baby blanket.
Okay, can I just tell you, I read a really gross article about blankets and beds and dust
You want to
mites.
tell me that while I'm on my bed, like sniffing in all these skin cells?
It was like in a Woman's Day magazine
Gross. This is going to
thing.
be disgusting. Okay, whatever. I'm ready.
Well, I read this article while I was taking a nap. Well, not I wasn't taking a nap yet.
You
but
read
I
in your
was,
sleep?
No, I had gotten in the bed to take a nap, and then I checked my iPod, and this was like on my Facebook feed, and I was like, really? And then I had to like I fell asleep and I took a nap, but then afterwards I stripped all the sheets off and I took the blankets off and I opened the windows and I sprayed the whole bed down with Lysol because it skeeved me out. What?
You said skeeved me out.
Is that not something you say down there?
Yeah, no, we do.
Okay.
But that's like my reaction whenever I hear a story about ticks or lice.
Yeah.
If you talk to me about ticks or lice, I know I'm gonna have to go take a shower.
Oh
I won't
gosh.
go any further than that.
Okay. Anyway, back to babies
Mhm.
and the queens, or not the queens. You got me all confused. The
Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's.
Yes, the royal baby. I didn't even realize she was ready to have the baby.
It happened pretty quickly. You know, I had briefly considered trying to be over there for this time, like to go wait outside. I was there like a year ago.
Next week.
What is this? Next week? Mm-hmm.
Right? It's May.
It's May. This is it. I'm gonna be weird for the next 2 weeks. I think I'm gonna be pretty weird.
Really?
This is like pretty. I don't know.
Are you feeling nostalgic?
Yeah.
Are you feeling like homesick?
Well, that's kind of
Well,
weird.
not homesick, but I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
Home away from homesick?
What is that? There's like a word in another language that's homesickness for a place that. Well, I think it's actually for a place that you've never been. Experiencing homesickness for a place that you've never been, or homesickness for a place that was never your home. Weird. I mean, like other languages, I think is it Welsh? I don't remember the word even.
Maybe.
I pinned it on Pinterest.
Searching.
So.
I went to this really great thing last night.
Okay.
It was an event at the library, and it was called Cities of Literature. And the 12 sister cities with our city had their committee representatives like do a reading from each of the languages of these cities, and then they read it in the native language and the English, and it was really nice. And it was funny because I had only heard about it a couple of days ago from a woman at work, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to go to this. And then I went, and I ended up seeing all these people from my Polish class. So
that's cool.
It was great. And I was like, oh, it was so great listening to other languages. And I was a little nostalgic for other places. Anyway, okay. Are we going to just go away from the royal baby? Because I keep taking us away from that. I'm sorry.
I don't really have anything to say other than that. I thought
that you were going
to. Wow, she had that baby really quickly.
Yeah, it just seemed like time went by.
Well, no. I mean, like she went to the hospital. It's like 6:00 this morning, and the baby was born at 8:34. That's pretty good.
Is that what happens like after you've had?
Yeah. Okay. They just kind of. It's like a log flume at an amusement park.
Okay, then.
That was not nice, was it?
Oh, I will not claim to know anything about having babies, so
I don't know either. I mean, I've read a few books. And I don't even know, like, from firsthand experience, like, because I was a C-section baby.
So was I.
We're both C-section babies.
I got stuck. I've told you this story. I think I've told in the podcast.
I got stuck. I was stuck too.
Got stuck coming out. My head was like not like my ears were folded over, and that's about as far as I got. My poor mother.
Oh, well, see, like I had a cone head. What?
I was 11 and a half pounds. I was not coming out. We've
Okay.
talked about this on the podcast.
Okay, I'm sure we have. We're going to talk about it again. I was 6 pounds and 13 ounces, and my mom was in labor with me for a full day before they said, mm-mm. And so.
Is she going to appreciate you telling this or no?
She don't care.
Okay. I'm
Whatever.
just making sure.
It's fine.
Okay.
No, she won't appreciate this, but.
Will she listen to it? She
no,
won't.
ever.
Okay.
No.
So it's okay.
Yeah, and so then they finally were like, this isn't gonna work for you. And so had this emergency C-section because I think it was my heart rate was dropping and hers was going up and something really crazy. And anyway, they had to take me. And I had this awful cone head. And so the first nursery picture of me, I look like a little cone head. It fixed.
I need to find
I don't have a cone head still, but
let me see. I have the album here.
Oh, while you look for that, speaking of all this, I was out shopping today and I ran into.
So embarrassing.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say that. Oh my gosh, Jolene, you were so fat.
I know.
Oh my gosh!
Wait, let's see if
Jolene's
I can find
showing a topless photo of herself on the video right now.
Okay, I have to show you something.
I have a picture of myself fully reclined in the nude at about age 2.
What?
I'm just like, and I got my hands, like I'm like this, like, hey.
Okay, I have to show you this.
I don't know what I was thinking. Jolene, look at, sorry, say something again.
That's me. Can you see? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is my father when he was a baby, and that's me when I was a baby.
Look at dead ringer.
Dead ringer for my dad. And look at I look like a little fat boy. That's what I look like. I mean, honestly, I look like a boy. Look at that. Look at the face and the hair. I look like a little boy. It's a good thing I love my dad and I don't fit.
That's the chubbiest little baby picture I've ever seen.
Look at this one.
No, it's not. I actually know someone who had a baby recently, and it's the fattest kid I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I want to look at. Oh, I'm so fat when I was a baby.
Oh
anyway,
that's cute, Jolene. That's cute.
Oh wait, one more. Okay, one more. This is terrible. This one is hysterical because you got to look at.
If you're listening to this later, you'll have to go back and watch the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Aww.
Look at the cheeks on me, and I'm talking about my real cheeks. Okay.
I was out shopping today, and I ran into my gynecologist, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, that's awkward.
That's weird. I just turned and went I was like, I mean, not that I don't think my gynecologist is going to recognize me anyway. I'm sorry. I'm even talking about this. I just saw her at Home Goods. I was shopping, and I was like, oh, that's my gynecologist, Mom. And she's like, oh, well, okay. Let's leave.
Oh, I would hope that never happens. To me. Yeah. Okay, then let's move on.
I'm so sorry.
Can we talk about one of these other things that you sent me?
Sure.
Because I was really fascinated by the last thing that you sent me. The last of
How
the
do
list.
you know that I didn't put this list in an order that I wanted to bring up?
I don't know. Wait, let's see. Oh yeah. What is this? Oh, okay. The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. I was like, what is this?
Did you look at it?
And I did, and I was like, are these real things?
It's this guy who has this project.
Or is he making things up?
He's making things up, but they have some, what's the word for whenever something's related?
I can't think of like in terms of words, like
whenever it's they're actually he is looking, they have a meaning.
Okay.
So he's using
okay. Are we having some trouble? Yeah, we're having some.
We're probably having a little bit of lag.
Okay. Okay. All right.
We like to talk over each other anyway.
Sometimes we do, but I try
not
to. I try not to. Okay, so this is not real then. This is
He's making it real.
are these things that like are actually like people's like real things that people
Well,
experience?
he's talking about like things that people like maybe most of it seems to be like emotions that people
Mhm.
experience, but that there's not a word for in the English language. So,
Because this one that they Alzheimer's,
hmm,
a weariness with the same old issues that you've always had. I feel like that's a real word in some language. Like
that's
I
because
don't,
he's taking like the root of the like these would make sense. Like if you break them down, I don't know that
Mhm.
you should know this. You know languages. I don't know
I
what
know,
this is
but
called.
I guess I'm not that
But when you
intelligent.
break them down, they have real meaning. So,
Okay, so in terms of linguistics, like
hmm,
they these were it was fascinating. I was kind of like, wow, this is weird. And then this one, um, this I don't know how you would pronounce it. Excellencies. How would you pronounce that one? Excellences.
excellences.
Excellences. The
Yeah.
tendency to give up trying to talk about an experience because people are unable to relate to it. I was like, I know
Yes.
exactly
Oh my
what that
gosh.
is. I know exactly
I
what that
know.
is.
Yeah, I know.
Because I distinctly remember experiencing that when I came home from Europe the first time, and I had no one in my family or my immediate circle of people that could even understand what I'd been through. Like, not that it was a bad thing; it was a good experience, but they just couldn't understand it, and they were like, "Okay, yeah, whatever." And you're like, "Oh, I'm just not even going to talk about it anymore because nobody gets it."
Well, yeah, and you know, I think that part of okay, that experience is I think maybe why I intended to blog and I'm still going to. I promise I'm going to about my trip.
Well,
But I there were so many people that I wanted to come back and I wanted to talk about it, but there were so many elements of it that I just couldn't
hmm
like when it's something that's yours and you know, it's like this really intense experience and you have ownership over it. I think it's
how much
really
did I even write about Poland?
like nothing,
Nothing. I wrote
nothing.
nothing.
And
I
then you
put
shut down
pictures.
for 6.5 months and then I,
Yeah, I know.
okay. Yeah. So, um,
I get it. I totally get it.
well, and I wanted to tell people about it. And then the few people that I tried to tell, other than you, because you're very open
Well,
and you
yeah.
want to know these things. And I think it's maybe because you've had this kind of experience before, but
Mhm.
I wanted to tell some people about it and they're just like, okay, huh, that's nice. You can
I
see the
wonder.
picture that you got of the queen and that's it. And that's all anybody wants to know. And I'm like, you don't understand. I stood in front of this painting and I like cried. I was crying. I was crying, Jolene. Like,
Okay, were we not
not like
just
a
in
baby.
Minneapolis like a month ago and you saw me crying
I
in the
know.
museum?
I know. We both had moments. We're like, I know. I know. I,
I wonder, like, okay, I talk about Misty only because she's one of a few group of people who I think have like traveled extensively, like hiking.
I bet she feels this way about
I
hiking.
wonder if she experiences that. And Misty, I encourage you to share your thoughts on that if you can or want to, because I
Well,
wonder
she's
about that.
writing a book. I mean, she's writing a book about her.
She is?
Well, which experience is she writing about? Are you writing about the Florida Trail, Misty? I don't remember. Okay, Misty is one of our avid listeners. She's my cousin. Yeah, I know I've
We love
mentioned her
her.
before. We love her. We always mention her. Um, yeah, but I mean, I get that. I get, and there was another thing that he had a definition for. I'm gonna go try to find it.
Okay.
Um,
But I thought these were really interesting. I was really compelled to read through these. I didn't
yeah.
watch the videos yet, actually, but I
Oh, and
think
I
I
mean,
might.
man, some of them they'll make you like cry. I mean, they like all of
And
these
like,
are
there's
just
some that I haven't. I mean, I only looked at the first page. He's got a whole bunch.
is this oneism or onism?
Onism, oneism. Yeah, I wasn't sure about which one that
The
was.
awareness of how little of the world you'll experience. That's a depressing thought. I don't even think about it.
I
Okay.
know. Hmm.
So, um, there was one that really stuck out to me that I really liked. I'm gonna see if I can find it again. I should have written it down. You can talk to me while I'm
I know
looking
I'm
at
trying.
this.
I was like, I was looking at. I didn't. There's over 100 of these, and I only looked at the first page. Well, I
Oh,
don't
I
know
experience this all the time.
which one.
Ambido? A kind of melancholic trance in which you become completely absorbed in vivid sensory details. Raindrops skittering down a window, tall trees leaning in the wind, clouds of cream swirling in your coffee, briefly soaking in the experience of being alive, an act that is done purely for its own sake.
Maybe this is
That's
why you're such
basically
a great writer.
how I live my life.
Well, but I think that makes you a great writer.
You're so nice to me. Thank
Why
you,
am I so
Jenny.
nice? I'm not. I'm just being honest.
Well, thanks. I mean, I appreciate a little honesty. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't experience that.
Do
And
you know how many people in my life, like that are in my life, actually take the time out to go and read what I write? That's what makes it matter.
Well,
Okay, what is this? Notice Tolan's? The realization that the plot of your life doesn't make sense to you anymore. But although you thought you were following the arc of the story, you keep finding yourself immersed in passages you don't understand that don't even seem to belong in the same genre, which requires you to go back and reread the chapters you had originally skimmed to get to the good parts, only to learn that all along you were supposed to choose your own adventure.
this is a fascinating thing. And
Seriously, go look it up. Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows.com.
And we'll talk over each other again. We were saying that in unison.
Were we?
Some of these he has pronunciation guides for.
Does he? That's really cool.
Like this
I
one,
still
Keita.
can't find the one that I was looking for. There was one I read and I don't know how to pronounce this. This is it.
Which one? What does it start
looks
with?
like a German
Rucken.
Good luck with that. I don't know.
Runra. I don't know.
Which one of
Who
our
knows?
German-speaking friends?
Yeah.
The feeling of returning home after an immersive trip, only to find it fading rapidly from your awareness, to the extent you have to keep reminding yourself that it happened at all, even though it felt so vivid just days ago, which makes you wish you could smoothly dissolve back into everyday life, or just hold the shutter open indefinitely and let one scene become superimposed on the next, so all your days would run together and you'd never have to call cut. Who is this man?
I don't know. Oh, it's fascinating. I think I could spend some more time actually reading through this, to be honest. So.
I know.
All right, let's move on.
Sorry,
because we could spend all day with that.
Read these all day.
All right, you have something on here that I don't know what this is. Married at First Sight.
Yeah, you do.
Do I? Have we talked about this?
Don't you remember last year when I talked about that show where people got set up? It's like eHarmony on crack. So you these experts put these people together.
Oh, but I thought that was it was like a first date thing. It wasn't.
No,
it was
marriage. It was marriage.
And people actually agreed to this?
We have a podcast about this.
Okay, well, clearly I don't have a good memory.
Okay, so these people, they're set up by these experts who pick out the perfect mate for them. You okay there? Don't choke on your jelly beans.
I'm really sorry. Maybe you can cut that out. That's really loud.
I'm going to cut that.
Sorry.
Sorry. Loud.
I'm sorry.
I'll cut it out.
Okay.
I'm sorry to our live viewers who had to hear that.
I'm really sorry.
I'm just messing with you. Okay. So.
Okay.
These people, these experts set them up with their perfect mate or whatever. But they agree to go into this experiment, marry this person, and they don't ever meet them until they walk down the aisle. And it's the weirdest, creepiest thing ever.
Is it available on Netflix yet?
No, it's not. It needs to be because it's crazy.
What channel is this on? Is it on TV?
It's on A&E now. It
Okay.
started out on A&E last year, and then they moved it to their FYI channel. I don't know, something like that. And I didn't get that channel anymore, and I was really depressed because I didn't get to watch the rest of it. So last season, I only saw the first episode. And do you remember how I told you about this girl who she walked down the aisle and she saw this guy, and he was pretty good looking, but wasn't exactly what she was picturing. And so she was having just this physical, this reaction, get away from me. Don't touch me.
Okay. Yes, I do remember this.
But he was like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. And she was gorgeous. And okay, anyway.
Are they doing a Where Are They Now?
They're still married. They stayed married. They're in love with each other. They're no longer being paid to live in the same house together. It worked out because she didn't think she liked him at first, and then she went on a honeymoon with him. Okay, that's not what did it. I mean, not like that. Because just so you know, the couples who tend to jump into bed the first night doesn't work out.
Okay.
That's not shocking.
No, because that's
they jump into bed because they're young and good looking, and they're like, hey, but
okay.
That's not what makes. That's not.
Yeah.
So she falls in love with him whenever they're on their honeymoon, and they ended up staying together. So that's the first season. Well, the second season started recently, and I started watching it, and it is incredible. Well, it's not incredible. There are two couples that
do they follow the stories into being married?
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me.
They have three couples at the beginning. The first couple of episodes are them getting married, and then there's the wedding night, then the honeymoon, and then moving in together, and then some other thing, and then a few following them along. So at the beginning of this season, I really thought that all three couples probably stood a pretty good chance. They seemed to like each other. There was one couple, I wish I could remember their names, but it's there are two Ryans, so that it gets confusing, but one of the Ryans, it was the same situation as the first season's Jamie and Doug, which are the two that she didn't like him, but he liked her. But Ryan totally likes whatever this girl's name is, and she sees him and she's like, this is not what I imagined. This is not my dream man. This is not what I wanted. But she keeps saying, I'm committed to the experiment. Well, I thought it wasn't going to work out because she keeps calling their marriage the experiment. And that's not really, I don't know the way maybe to do that. But it
kind of is a social experiment.
Oh, it is a social experiment. And she's all about that. She thinks that whole aspect of it is really interesting. So there's these two, and then there's these other two couples. There's this one couple that's kind of younger, another Ryan, and then I think her name is Jessica. And they fight. He's got terrible anger problems, and he needs a therapist. She needs to get out of there.
They didn't screen him for this?
I don't know. Well, you got to wonder if people are going to sign up to do this, if
they must be.
You just let some things slide. Because it's pretty crazy to agree to do something like this. So they're not going to work out because he can't communicate, and any time that they have any kind of disagreement, he just shuts down. He's like, I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now. And just walks out. Okay.
Do I look like a Borg? Is that distracting you?
Well, now that you bring it up, you look like a Borg. Okay. And then there's the second couple, and he is really hung up on having been bullied in junior high. And she's had a number of failed relationships, and she's always assuming that the worst of people, that they're going to do something terrible to her. They're not going to work.
How do these people end up being perfectly matched?
They have a spiritual advisor, they have a psychologist, they have a sex therapist, and then something else.
Oh my gosh.
And they pick them, but it's got to be a pretty small pool. It's people who are agreeing to get married.
Yeah.
That's not
I bet there's way more people willing to do that than we would think.
Really?
I bet there is. First of all, they're getting paid. I mean,
And they don't have to stay with them. I mean, it only lasts like 3 months or something.
did we talk about this whole
Hold on, I'm not
experiment?
done. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
These two, it's the same thing happening this time. The couple where the girl was like, I don't like him. And she hates his accent. I think he's from Staten Island. And he's got a really strong accent. And she's from New Jersey. And she's not
It's
into
not
it.
that far away.
I know it's not that far away, but you know how those people are. You're up there.
Okay.
You're up there.
I know.
What's somebody from Staten Island sound like?
I don't know. I just know that somebody from Long Island,
Long Island.
I'm not going to
Long-
listen to them because I don't like their accent. Okay.
But Jolene, no, I'm not going to do it.
No.
But you know I can Long Island medium you. I've done it before.
Yeah. All right. So
no,
they're going to work out.
They're going to work out because, okay, number one, this is hilarious though. They're going up to the hotel room, and this guy from Staten Island or whatever, he's like, I don't think I'm going to consummate my marriage tonight. No kidding, Ryan. That's not happening. She doesn't like the way you look, and that's not going to happen. So,
She doesn't like the way you sound.
and she can't stand to hear you speak. So back off. But then
I want to watch this show.
it's funny. It's funny. So then they go on their honeymoon, and she's like, they just hang out, and he's a nice guy, and he's great, and he likes her, and so then she's like, I think I have a crush on him, and so they kind of start to like each. Well, she likes him a little bit, but like the longer it goes, like the more she seems to become interested in him, because at first she's just like, hey, we're like friends, and they're like fist bumping and stuff. Okay. And that's not what he wants. But anyway, no, things are looking good. Like they're talking about kids. So
Really?
well, a little bit. He wants kids right now, and she says, no, wait, is that wrong? No, that's not right. He wants to wait until he's 35, but she's like 32. And she's like, I want to start having kids right now. And I think that's right. I think he's the one who's not ready to have kids yet. And so they may have hit, we'll see.
Wow.
She'll wear him down. Come on.
I'm like, if
She's
she's
gonna
really
wear
into him, then like, come on, he's gonna be like, whatever, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So these other two couples are just gonna
No, that will not work. No.
Okay, did we talk about at all this experiment that's going around, and that of like being able to fall in love with someone or become more intimate with someone by staring into their eyes for like 4 minutes straight?
No, would you like to try it?
No, we're not. I'm wondering if people have actually, because I watched some video actually recently about it, and like they were actually people who were married. Well, some of them were married, and it was so funny because this one guy was like, I actually just like sitting here looking into my wife's eyes. He was an older gentleman. It was funny, but there's like some experiment that's been, I read about it maybe a couple months ago, maybe even longer. And then I saw this thing come up again. Did we talk about that or no?
No, I've heard of that before. I mean, like the whole extended, like
Eye contact with
eye
no
contact.
talking.
I'm gonna freak everybody out. No, I can't do it. I can't even stare into this camera. It freaks me out. Like if I know that someone is staring into the camera. Okay, I'm doing it, Jolene.
But I'm not looking right at you. I'm looking at the camera.
Well, that's kind of me though. Like it's like if I were like, that's what the eyes look at, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
It's kind of freaking me out. Okay, so I've heard of that, and my not my crazy desk mate, but my other office mate, Melanie. She won't ever hear this, so I'll talk about her. But Melanie used to say, "Hey, Elizabeth, should we like maybe have some extended eye contact? Should we like bond?" Because she was a hugger, and I wasn't really into hugging people that you know,
hardly knew.
right?
Yeah. We don't even really hug.
I know we hugged at the airport, and it was weird.
And it was weird. I was like, hey.
It was weird.
I was like, okay, here we go.
I think I only initiate hugging with somebody that like. I mean,
But I mean,
I actually really want to hug.
we haven't hugged each other much ever, and we're like really good friends.
I know.
We have like personal boundary space.
Well, you won't share a bed with me. I've tried that before.
Well,
I've brought this up on numerous occasions.
we may have to if we're gonna find a place in.
I don't know. I'm kind of a. Oh yeah, we will have to share a bed. We'll have to.
Okay, can I tell you? This is totally off topic, but looking for apartments in Poland is kind of weird because, like, I'm really adamant about having a bed,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of these furnished apartments don't have beds. They have these. They're sort of like a futon that folds down into a bed, but there's a crease in the middle. And then I'm looking at other beds and they're like two twin beds put together. I'm like, there's a crease in the middle of this thing. How do people in Europe sleep like that?
What? What is this? The 50s?
Yeah. Are we
Like-
having a delay?
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I was distracted because actually Ollie must be watching because she sent me something about where to watch that show online.
Oh,
So, but FYI TV is where that Find Your First Love show is, and I have to watch that. Like I was having a moment in the hotel room in Minneapolis when that came on. I was like,
we were both mesmerized by that commercial. Yeah.
Because they found him for her. And they met, and he's like, "Did you ever get married?" And she's like, "No, I didn't get married." He's not married either, and
Oh, that's just gonna
it's
be
like catfish for pen pals. Oh my gosh, pen pals!
Hey, was he really your pen pal?
Yeah, that guy's my pen pal. Oh my goodness.
No way. Are you still pen pals with him?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. Like
I don't have any pen
added
pals anymore.
Well, I added my one pen pal to my.
Should I try to add him to my like Facebook friends and see if he'll come on the podcast?
You should.
No. Got a little bit,
Okay.
Got a little weird.
I can't believe he was your actual pen pal.
Oh no.
That's crazy.
Life is weird.
We should probably explain what we're talking about. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, we should. Well, I'm not going to go into great detail, but I found out because I finally did a Google search on this old pen pal of mine, Dynamite Jimmy, if anyone recalls from the pen pal episode. And it turns out he's like this, like kind of, I guess, a big deal tennis umpire guy.
He's like rubbing elbows with Federer
I don't know.
and Djokovic. Like, what?
Crazy.
That's amazing.
I don't know what to say.
That's like a brush with fame.
Yeah, as in like we mailed each other letters. When I was 14 and he was too old to be writing letters to a 14-year-old. No, I'm just kidding. It was fine. It was fine. But I was 14. How old was he? Did we ever figure that out?
I don't know.
Was he like 16, 17, 18? I don't know.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still have a pen pal though. Is that weird?
No, I mean, I'm in contact with a lot of my pen pals, but we don't write letters anymore because we're on Facebook and Twitter together.
See, I still write letters.
Sometimes I write you letters. I send you cards.
Yes, sometimes you do cards and little postcards with funny little things on them. I'm really sad that my postcard that I sent you never came
Which one?
from Poland.
You're right. I never got that, did I?
No, and I sent a birthday card with a really like nice thing that I sent to my dad's fiance. She never got it either. It's probably stuck in the bottom of some antique mailbox in the post office in Wrocław. So I don't know.
What are the chances of both of those getting lost in the mail? Are you sure you really mailed them?
I put them in a box. I asked the lady where was
Sure
the
was a
box,
mailbox?
and I put it. No, I'm not sure that it was a mailbox anymore because I dropped it in this antique looking box. It's probably
Well, when I was
it's probably like stuck in the bottom of this antique like decoration box that's in the post office.
Whenever I was in Scotland, I asked the lady, I was like, what do I do?
When I
Just
was
tell
in
me what
Costa
to do.
Rica, though, you got mine from Costa Rica, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Oh,
so easy.
it took forever, though.
How
You
long?
were back for like a month before I got that thing.
I don't think it. I sent. Well, I don't know. See, because I think I sent one. I sent a postcard to my dad's fiance again from Costa Rica, and she got hers fairly soon before my birthday. So it was within 3 weeks. Maybe it was a month. I
Mine
don't
took
know.
forever.
But I went right in and I was like, "Quiero enviar estas
Oh,
cartas a los Estados Unidos," and like, I
crap.
don't know if that was right to say, but he was like, "Okay, here you go." And then I was so nervous because I was speaking Spanish that my hands were shaking that he put the stamps on for me. He was so nice.
You poor thing.
It was so good.
Um,
No, I think I asked him how much. ¿Cuánto cuesta para enviar? Yeah. So that's what I said. I said something in Spanish. Who knows what I said, really? I don't know. Did I ever talk about that on the podcast?
Costa Rica?
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Hmm.
Jolene went to Costa Rica.
Yeah. In February. And it was like the depths of the coldest winter we've ever had up here. And it was like 100 degrees difference when I came home from
Oh,
where in
Ollie's
Costa
texting
Rica.
me. Yeah, my phone's on silent, Ollie. I can't see you. I mean, I can see you. She's trying to communicate with me. That's what she says. Okay, Ollie, I can see it now. I'm sorry. I try to turn my phone off. I forget.
It's okay. We're not like a really high class podcast, so
Yeah, but she invited me to like join a hangout, and I'm afraid it's going to shut this one down if I.
oh, I see.
I can't do that.
Well,
I can't do that, Ollie. I think it's going to shut this one down, and this is like the. Okay. Hey, guess what?
What?
I got the new Josh Groban CD the other day. Yes, I got a CD.
Are you a Josh
Because
Groban fan?
I have been a Josh Groban fan since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
Did you not know
I
that?
guess I didn't really think that you were into him that much.
I'm not into him that much, but then I heard that he was recording some covers from musicals.
See, he's a really great singer. But does he come up with much of his own music?
I would prefer that he didn't because that stuff I hate.
Okay.
I just want him to sing songs from musicals.
That you know, that you can enjoy.
Yeah.
I am totally excited about music.
Hold on. Let me tell you about the CD.
Okay. CD.
Well, I got the CD and let me explain why. Because if I bought the digital copy, then I wouldn't have gotten the 2 extra tracks.
Okay.
That if I bought the Target special edition, that I got them. So that's why I did it. Because our friend Emily tipped me off. She was like, you got to get the Target special edition. Went and got it. Because, okay, so these are just the regular tracks that are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
What I Did for Love, oh my gosh, ripped my heart out. Oh. I'll put that at the end of this.
Okay. I liked that on the last episode.
Oh, because I put that song on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, is it weird that I go back and I listen to episodes?
No, I do too. I make myself laugh.
I do too. I actually think we're funny. Or I entertain
I don't
myself.
know about that, but
well,
I listened to us anyway. Kind of to make sure that I didn't leave anything in there that I should have
taken out.
Cut out. Yeah.
We're doing pretty good today.
I think we're doing all right, other than your coughing fit, which will. Everyone who hears this will be like, "What are you talking about? What coughing fit?" Already edited it out. So. Okay, What I Did for Love, and then All I Ask of You from Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Okay, and then my number 1 song from my musical countdown that I did on my blog like a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
If I Loved You from Carousel. He sings it. It's a duet with Audra McDonald. And it's so beautiful.
Oh
my goodness gracious. Okay. But then the extra track that you have to get the Target special edition for is If I Can't Love Her from Beauty and the Beast.
Hmm.
You'll just be dead, Jolie. That's not from the original, like that's not in the Disney cartoon.
No,
It
it's
was a
from
song
the
added for
stage.
musical.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was an experience. I was listening to it and just like crying.
Really?
I really was.
Hmm.
You know that. I get
Maybe I'll
weepy
have
over a
to
lot of
like
things.
well, maybe I'll have to actually like listen to. Okay, I have not cried to music in a really long time, although I did cry recently listening to an old Laura Fabian song.
Oh, she's good. Which one
Yeah.
was it?
Mm, oh, come on. Which one was it? It was
Was it Did she sing For Always? Did she do that? Did she
she
sing
may
that
have. Let
song?
me I don't know if I have
Because I
I
think
don't
Josh
know if I put
Groban
these.
sang that one too.
Oh, okay, let me look it up while you keep talking cuz I will tell you which one it was.
Okay. Well, I am kind of curious to see
That noise.
what happened.
I don't know, something's opening or something. Oh,
Yeah, I opened the YouTube thing again because I'm stupid and I wanted to see if it would work.
okay. You can try it.
Yeah, I'll cut out all the typing and crap.
Can you hear that? I'm sorry.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I was typing.
Okay, will this work? Come on, please work. Please work. Please. It's working. Hey, Jolene. Ollie just told me that no one can hear this. It's just us that can hear this.
Really? So she's so we're just
So we're
watching.
like having a moment over this like video from AI.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hmm.
Anyway, I
I didn't
I
realize she sang that song in that movie.
oh my goodness
I think I
gracious.
was crying over Part of Me. The
Part
song
of
Part of Me. I think it was that one. I'm trying to find it. Let's see if I can find one. We'll listen more. Nobody else can hear it.
That's funny. Ollie says you look really happy because like she can't hear what we're hearing, but
Oh.
but I apparently look really happy watching it. So yeah, it's For Always by Laura Fabian, and it's wonderful. It'll make you cry.
Hmm.
It's
All
like
right.
about a little
Can
robot
you
boy.
play the next? I know. And this little bear.
Nah, I don't really care for the bear.
It was so weird.
Did you ever
I like.
watch that?
Yeah.
Please, everybody go watch AI. It's like underrated. It's wonderful, but I like robots.
I'm not a huge robot fan, but
I like
okay.
the idea of like, spoiler alert, um, a robot who like decides at the end of time, like when all the people that it loved died, that it wants to be turned off. Like Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams. Oh my gosh. Okay, the song in that, the Celine Dion song, Then You Look at Me. Oh,
Oh,
I can have a moment over that one. That's
oh.
okay. What are we watching now? What are you
Well, I
saying?
was gonna play Part of Me, but maybe
I
we
don't think
should.
anybody will hear it. So
Okay. I think it was that one. I was crying over it. I don't know why.
I do crazy things like that
I
too.
love Laura Fabian though.
She's great.
She has such a beautiful voice. Okay, let's close this YouTube app thing
I
because
already closed it. I don't know what you're talking about.
okay, there we go. Now
I
I can
guess
see
you
you again.
just can see it. Okay. Hi.
Oh, so well, this has been an interesting show. Was there anything else
I
I
had
wanted
a
to talk
girls'
about?
night last night.
You did.
It was wonderful.
I really wish that we lived in the same city. If we lived in the same city, we would have a lot of fun with girls' nights.
Yep. Probably would.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna have a girls' night? How are we even gonna see each other like in person in the next year?
You're gonna have to. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
It's crazy.
But it could happen.
Oh, you know what you need to do? You need to remember the gift I gave you, the New York cards.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pick one out for me because when I'm there, I'm gonna have to do one of those.
Okay.
Maybe you can scan it or something and pick a good one.
Okay. I can do that.
I think that would be cool.
I'm getting tired of
Then I
waiting
can,
this way.
yeah, and then I can like take pictures and like tweet them or whatever, and then I can pretend that you're with me and you can live vicariously through my tweets.
I'm reading Ollie's tweet here. I mean, not tweet, her text to me.
What is she saying?
I can't read it out loud. That's
Oh.
what she said to me.
You can read it to me off air.
Yeah, I can. Just expose my bare leg to the camera.
This is the second
It's not that
podcast
kind of
in the last 3 that you've talked about exposing yourself.
It's all the Outlander I'm watching.
When does that start? I should let you go.
In 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up then.
I am cool. I'm just like hanging out. What else? Do we have anything else to talk about? I cut you off last week. I was launching into this discussion about music because I cut you off last week whenever you were starting to talk about some of the music that I had shared. I didn't know what you wanted to say.
I don't remember, but I think I loved all of the things that you had been posting on your blog lately. And okay, I have to explain something to you because I feel as though it was awkward. And okay, so remember when we were at the local?
Yes.
And we were in the bathroom before we left, and I started talking about Ed Sheeran.
No.
Okay, I typically don't talk. We were in the stalls of the bathroom, and I started talking.
Okay.
And normally I don't talk in the bathroom, but they had these advertisements on the stall, and I saw there was a picture of Ed Sheeran. And so you had recently shared
that song,
his song, which I fell in love with that song. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like, started
I like
talking
the dancing, and I want that girl's hair. I want her like,
oh, that video is great.
I'm letting my hair down. Sorry.
That's okay.
But
it was so I felt
it's back now. Sorry. What were you saying?
I was going to tell you that I was going to apologize, and I never did because it was really awkward. Like I started talking.
You're apologizing for talking to me in the toilet.
In the bath. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm sorry about that because it was really weird and awkward, and it was like kind of like I caught myself and then I stopped talking, and then I never came back to it, and I was like, I need to explain. And look, I saw his picture on this ad in that stall.
And that's why you started talking about Ed Sheeran in the toilet.
Yes. Anyway, but you've posted some really great music, and I'm so excited because my favorite local band, their new EP is coming out in July, and Yahoo Music did a hear it now, hear it first kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it sounds so good. I love it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Looky here. It's my toenails.
Oh, they're blue.
They're blue.
Is it an aqua? I know.
Pulled my earbud out. And I couldn't.
Is it an aqua blue kind of color?
Yeah, it's kind of a tealy aqua blue. It's called slapper. Just like
Really?
a British slang term.
I don't know that.
Yeah, you can go look it up later.
I don't think I should.
No, it's all right. You can look it up.
Okay. All right.
What else? What were we gonna talk about?
I
Look how long
think
my hair got again.
I know, it's really long.
I haven't cut it. I just haven't cut it.
Well, my hair, I cut my hair. My hair is very short right now.
Your hair is really short. Mine's
You know what though? It's sort of at a place where I'm eating it. It's like the length. I'm like, I'll be eating and I'm like, oh, I'm chewing on my hair again. It's kind of annoying, but otherwise I like it. Yeah, I don't like that part, but anyway.
Are we done?
We have 10 minutes. Yeah, I think we should be done because you have 10 minutes.
Get ready
and you need to get yourself set up and like whatever you do to watch Outlander.
All I do is like tweet and just try to compose myself.
But
I don't think there's going to be. Well, do you think there's going to be nudity this week? I don't know. I've never seen an episode of it.
I don't know. You want me to make a guess?
Yeah. No, what do you think? There won't be any nudity. It depends.
Apparently,
did Jamie get arrested and get hauled off? Because then maybe there won't be any nudity. But Jenny's going to give birth, so then there may be like birth nudity.
Spoilers.
Oh my goodness! Jenny's going to give birth on the same day in America that the baby was born.
Okay, I have no idea what's happening.
No, I mean like the royal baby. Like the princess was born today, and Jenny's baby is going to be born today. And I think her name is going to be Margaret. I can't remember actually. Spoiler from the books. I think that her name is not the princess, but maybe the princess's name will be Margaret. I don't know. I like that name, and I'll tell you why. My Papa's mother, her name was Maggie, and then Granny's mom was named Margie, but neither one of them were named Margaret.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
I'm going to have to watch Outlander at some point, aren't I?
I don't think you can do it.
Maybe
I know you, and I know what you put up with, and I don't.
I just finished watching my Polish serial television show that I started last year when I was in Poland last summer. It took me almost a year to get through 5 seasons.
But it was wonderful, wasn't it?
The last couple, what do they call them? Seasons, I guess in Polish, they're seasons. Were not that great. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. My Polish isn't strong enough to understand what's going on here. But I wanted to see it through to the end, so.
Well, I'm proud of you then.
I was going to say something about Outlander, but I don't remember what it was, so it's probably not that important. But you should go.
Well, Ollie would like me to say, even though she didn't tell me to say this. Ollie's like, well, last night when we were playing Cards Against Humanity, do you know that whenever you're playing that, you can play like hashtag Team Tobias, like for anything?
I have no idea what that means.
No, you don't.
I really want to play that card game though, because I think it would be.
I think it would be an educational experience for you.
I think you would find it entertaining the way I would play.
Yeah.
Because I'm so naive about stuff. I
sometimes have to grab like my phone and like look stuff up on Urban Dictionary. Like, what was the thing last night I had to look up?
I don't know, but I didn't understand any of that.
What stuff? Have you ever looked at the game?
I saw your picture.
Okay, it was what would Claire Fraser do? Okay, and so then you play like a card that you think would maybe that. Well, actually, it's more about playing what you think the person would pick rather than what actually sounds good. So, someone played white people, and someone played my humps, and then someone played inappropriate yodeling, and I picked white people because there's like only white people up there.
Well, yeah, because it's like Scotland
I
in
know,
what?
in 1743.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's logical.
But I know, but I like I don't know. It's kind of like apples to apples when my students at school play because they're like pick the one that's the funniest, not the one that makes the most sense. And I'm like, you guys are weird. This is not helping you learn English at all. We're not playing it anymore.
I bought a bathing suit today.
Okay.
It has flowers on it. I don't know why I bought something.
For the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't even talk about it. You're gonna go watch Outlander, and you're gonna love it. And then you're gonna read me.
Do you see it like this terrible knot that I just put in my hair?
We're signing off.
You think
This is the end of Pickled Okras for tonight.
Okay.
And we will see you next time with more hilarity and inappropriateness.
We're not inappropriate at all.
We're not.
I don't know.
All right.
All right. Bye, Jolene.
Bye.